Good evening, superstars, and good to see each one of us on this call tonight. Welcome. We are excited, and we believe you too are excited. Yes, today is Tuesday, the 25th of July. So you realize July is finishing. What an evening. And we are here to come and learn, and especially learning how to grow your business. So I am excited tonight to be your MC. My name is Pieros. This month, Josphat and I, we turned 13 years in your life. And I really thank God for the fact that we have come, because what has really grown us, what has really made us to be where we are today, is the training that we have been able to attend. We have never missed a training that we qualified for. And that is what I encourage everyone. Without training, this business will never work for you. But if you train, however bad you may be, even in the skills that you are required to learn in this business, at the beginning, you may not know anything, but guess what? With time, as you train, you'll be perfecting the skills. So I'm excited tonight because we are here to learn, to be able to sharpen our skills in the business, to be able to grow our businesses. So I really want to know where you are calling in from, and therefore kindly say hi down there, chat us, say hi and tell us where you are listening from, so that we get to know where you are, because I can see we have people from all over the country, Kenya, and even outside Kenya. So welcome on board, superstars. And as we are remaining with very few days to the close of the month, I believe each one of us is very alert and working to make sure that they get to your next level. You are working to make sure that this month you close in style. And what I normally believe is, since we joined New Life day one, we have never missed a month without a bonus, because we are very, very, we are always, we have always made a decision that we will never go without a check or a bonus. We are very intentional. So I encourage everyone, be intentional. Be intentional as you do the business. There are so many people who sit there and just watch others succeed. And you just dream of success, but you never succeed because you never take action. So be very intentional in the business. As we get to close the month, I want to see all of us, getting excited. When you get some money, and even if you are going to get money, try to maximize on your bonus, get to your upline director and ask them, how can I get a better bonus than last month if you have been getting a bonus? If you have never gotten a bonus, ask them, how can you get a bonus? Because it's so important. So in these remaining 5 days to the close of the month, I want to urge everyone on this call. We are 30 of us. What would happen if each one of us focused on getting a bonus? Let me tell you, your business will never be the same again. Remember, as people come to join you, they always want to know, what have you gotten yourself? What is the proof that this business works? And if you don't have, you realize people will always not really get excited to join you. So I remember when we joined the first month, we got a bonus of Kenya shillings 2002. And that was the magic. When we showed our friends, of course, it was a confirmation that the business works. So when our friends saw our bonus, let me tell you, they decided they are joining us. And that was the start of success for us. And I thank God, because 13 years now, we've been able to really register tremendous increase in our business and growth in our business. And I can only tell you, let us continue forging ahead, okay? So tonight we have a very nice topic, and I'm excited because tonight we are having a keynote speaker who is coming in a little later. But let me tell you, keep at it and learn. And the beauty is that you are learning from the best. That is so important. And what I normally tell people is, when you are sitting there and waiting for a meeting to start, please have a notebook and a pen. That is so important. Have a notebook and a pen whereby you write something. I can see Dr. Reverend Malusi lifting his pen and book. Who else? Have a book and a pen, and never be having a lot of activity. Even if you are in the house, you know, you need to sit down. When we started Zoom meetings at 8 p.m., we had to change our home schedule. That used to be the time I used to cook, but today I cook at 6, we eat at 7, I sleep the kids, and then we come and sit down and listen. Because again, if you are not listening keenly, there are so many things that will pass you, you know? So that is so important, guys. Let us all forge ahead. Let us be very keen in what you are learning. And then after you learn, you go out and apply. So it's so exciting. I've seen people from Mugunja, Kisumu, Ruaka, you know, all these places. And I believe those who have written there obviously must be very keenly listening. The rest may not even be on there. Waidera is in Eldoret. The rest may not be listening. They could be just walking around. Be very serious with your business. They say that if you take this business casually, it will also pay you casually. If you do the business sometimes, it will also pay you sometimes. But if you are so focused and really working with a lot of commitment, you will always get paid. So let's do that, guys. I wish you all the best, and I want to welcome Josphat to be able to take us through the next step and even invite our keynote speaker. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Hi, everyone, and very good evening to you. Great to see you there. Without much ado, I want to pick it from where Pia Rosa stopped and take us through one of the most defining topics that defines how far you go. I know in our success habits, it comes as number 3, but it should be number 1. Actually, those things, the success habits, you should read them from bottom moving up. Okay, I don't want to be political and sound like I'm talking of bottom-up approach, but you should always start from the last one, which is personal development. The reason is, it is the key that opens the rest. So I want to take a few minutes and share with us, one, what is it, personal development? How do you develop it? What benefits do you get from investing on yourself to gain the personal development? But before I do that, allow me to say this, that one of the major determining factors as to who will stick in the business for the longest and who will quit sooner or later is their levels of personal development. I am impressed to see someone working on themselves, even if the business is not growing and they're consistently working on themselves, because I know they will hang around until their business work. And I'm saddened to see someone who is busy building the business but doesn't care and take time to develop themselves, because soon they will get a slight challenge and they will get out of the business. So what is personal development? I would use 2 words to define what personal development is. One is one's capability or capabilities, and the second one is potential. So growing those 2 is what we would call personal development. You are growing your potential so that you can achieve your maximum or full potential, and you're also growing your capabilities. You see, we have so many capabilities that, right inside ourselves, but rarely do we even discover that. Rarely do we even start exploiting those capabilities. I shared a classic example or demonstration of that recently, where we talked of a manufacturer manufacturing a phone. And you know, the person who manufactured, or the company that manufactured this gadget that I'm holding here, knows all its functions. But you, just by perhaps being I use a simple, not in need of the sophistication of the device. You only know this is used to text, to borrow money. Okay, I mean, sorry, through what do we call it in Kenya? You know, those transactions. And make a call, those very simple and basic functions. But you don't know all the capabilities of this gadget. That is you. You can be able to do so much. Unfortunately, until you grow into that level of understanding what you are capable of doing, you might not achieve much in life. Isn't that sad? Can you imagine at your deathbed, you just discover that you only achieved a 10th or a 100th of what you could have achieved. And now you are dying, you are gone, and you cannot come back to do the rest. It is sad news. Such people, Reverend Malusi, should not be buried. Okay, I don't know what should be done to such, but it is sad. It is sad to bury such. I mean, so, and you know, as you develop your full potential, you get to, you know, there are three categories of people, three kinds of people. And as you gain personal development, you'll be elevating yourself through those categories to the best of the three. According to George Bernard Shaw, there are people who make things happen. And I want you to categorize yourself where you are right now. People who make things happen. They will do all what it takes. These are the people who say regarding their business that I will make sure that I achieve this and that. I will make sure that by the end of this month, I have achieved this and that. I will be an executive manager. We have announced that we have a lifestyle event in September 9. You know, those people who make things happen will go all their way to make sure that they attend that lifestyle. They enjoy that lifestyle. The second category of people are those who watch what happens. They'll be following us on the social media to see how we are enjoying, to check. They will be keenly asking how many have qualified. You know, they're just watching what is happening. They will watch us as we travel to Tanzania for convention. They will track us right from Nairobi all the way to past the border and to convention, and they'll be following up what is happening. So theirs is to watch. They'll always be there to recognize others, which is okay. But why not also be recognized? And the third category are those people who wonder what happened. They just wonder what happened. We were with the so and so. How did he become a director? Theirs is just to wonder. But as you pursue personal development so that you're able to exploit your full potential, you move from wondering and watching to making things happen. Isn't that a good place to be for each one of us? Good. So let's engage in that constant improvement of oneself. And yesterday for our boot camp, and I want everyone to make sure that you join boot camp, Entrepreneurs Boot Camp. We were sharing the story of two fishermen, one experienced, the other one not experienced. The one who is not experienced could catch fish. And whenever he got a big fish, he would throw it back to the pond. If he caught a small one, he would put it into his basket. And the experienced fisherman asked him, "Why are you doing this kind of a ridiculous thing? This is insanity at the highest level." And the inexperienced fisherman responded and said, "You know, my frying pan is too small. There is no need of carrying this big fish. Where am I going to take it?" And some of us here are limiting ourselves. We are not able to grow our business. We are shrinking our dreams and our beliefs, and not able to even accommodate powerful business builders who would join our business, we chase them away by the way we talk and we relate with them just because our frying pans are too small. Think about that. In Kenya, we would say, tafakari ya babu. Think about that. So you want to develop yourself, personal development. You want to grow yourself so that you are able to, and think about it in terms of growing your dreams, your expectations, your belief system, and capabilities, so that you can be able to grow your business finally. Now, there are several areas that you consider when you are engaging on personal development. The first one is, and the main one is mental growth. On Sunday, we were sharing the fact that, you know, fish starts to stink or to rot from the head. Anyone from the lake, perhaps you can confirm. Yeah, Father Lucas Juma Ogola is here. I hope that is true, Father Lucas, that the fish starts to stink, you know, to rot from the head. That means that if you develop your thinking pattern, your mind, your mindset, then all the other faculties will collapse. You'll not be able to do much. And this is the first and the highest level of personal development, mental growth. We are privileged in Nairobi. We are reading a book in our book club called The Magic of Thinking Big. And one of the concepts that we were reading yesterday is that just as food is important for the stomach or the body, the mind food is also very important. What you feed your mind is very, very important. Now, how do you think? When we come to the business, we come from employment world. You cannot continue using the same kind of thinking. In employment, someone is in charge of the institution. In our business, you are in charge of your business. No one else is in charge of it. In your employment, as long as you are paid, you must not bother so much about the results. But here, if you don't work for the best results, you get nothing. So how do you think? Perspective of things. How do you see your business? Allow me to say this, that if your perception of your business is that this business is small, you'll not even put that enormous effort and energy and sacrifice that you deserve, that the business deserves. So things are good if that is your perception, or bad if that's the perception. Attitude in life and in business. What's your attitude? There are some people who approach this business with the mindset of, I don't think it will work, and for sure it will not work. But there is someone else who will approach it with the mindset of, I know it will work, and I am a 5-diamond director, and it will come to pass. That is what we call self-fulfilling prophecy. What are you prophesying for your business? You know, I would really want you to jot down there the step that you are taking, the step that you are committed to take in the next 30 days latest. And that is self-fulfilling prophecy. You'll see it coming. That is the attitude and belief system. Okay. Now that is mental growth. And you grow your mind by reading the right stuff. So we'll come back to that. Now, social growth is the second one. Your interpersonal skills. How do you relate with the people? This is not a business that you can afford to have, poor interpersonal skills. You'll chase your team away. You'll have it very rough prospecting. So sometimes we chase our prospects instead of attracting them. And I was reading a book that was saying that when you meet people for the first time, their skepticism is too high and your credibility is too low. In other words, they don't believe in you. They see you as a suspect until you start engaging with them and your credibility goes up and the skepticism goes down. Think about that. That can only come if you are working on your interpersonal relationship. That is the social growth, your communication skills, you know, and being an active listener. Whether you are talking, you are thinking of your team or prospects out there, you must be a very good listener. So, by the way, it is so sad that many people, even when you see them listening, they are listening passively and waiting for their turn to talk. Now, if you are not good in listening, then it means you may not have a very good relationship with your team and the prospect. The third one, emotional growth. Do you know how to handle your emotions and your feelings? Okay. How do your feelings affect you, and how do they affect other people? Being moody, you know, and you are relating with the people, you chase them away. Do you respond to things or do you react to things? I will tell you that things will not just be too smooth. There are many things that will come your way in this business that can very easily irritate you. Today in our market, we've had a communication that 3 products are out of stock today. At the same time, 3. Now, there is someone who will feel so bad and convince themselves that there is no more business to be done. They forget that we have more than 90 other products, and they will focus on the 10 that are out of stock. And everyone will know, even customers who don't buy such products, they will know there is no Formula 4. And they have never sold Formula 4 to anyone. Because they are not having that emotional growth. So don't react to what is happening to you. Instead, respond. Reaction is dangerous. If you had a patient in the hospital and you ask the doctor, how is my patient doing? And the doctor tells you they are reacting to the drugs. Is that a positive or a negative response? They are reacting. But if the doctor told you they are responding, then you know that is positive. So let's learn how to respond to things. Some of your prospects will come and anger you so much. They will tell you, I am coming tomorrow to the meeting. Then you call them when the time is almost and they tell you, I'm right here downstairs. I'm coming up in the next few seconds. And then you are there at the door waiting for them and they never arrive. Then their phone is off. In the evening, you call them and they tell you, I fell sick. I couldn't even wake up from the bed. And you feel like this is not the business you want to do. You need to learn how to handle all these things. And emotional growth also helps you to reduce on conflict between you and your team. Number 4, and I will not talk much about it, is spiritual growth. This is where you make sure you have the right values, peace of mind, sanity, and you are right with God so that you have that source of inner peace. And the last one, and this is very directly related to our business, is physical growth. I don't mean adding weight. I mean being physically fit. And of course, we have always talked of you need to sleep enough, you need to have the right diet, and you need to exercise. But basically what we are saying is that you need to be physically fit, a healthy body. Okay? How smart are you? When you are building this business, one of the measures of personal development is your smartness. People will say, wow, look at him. Look at the way he's dressing. He has totally changed. He used to dress anyhow, but today look at the way he or she is smart. And people want to, or rather they will be attracted to such a person. Then that gives you confidence. Think of when you are too big or you are excessively blessed horizontally. That reduces, self-esteem and confidence. And even when people look at you, they think you are sick and all that. So These are all the things that we need to work on. And now, how do you develop personal development? Because this is the most important one, the how. Number one, I suggest you work with a mentor. The beauty of working with a mentor is that he will be helping you to move from where you are to where he or she is. Work closely with that mentor. And don't waste their time. Be teachable. It hurts, let me tell you, it hurts for a mentor to keep on advising you on how to do things and you are not teachable, you're not doing things that way. And a mentor must not be with you physically. They can be virtual mentors. Pieros could be seated here and mentor Josephine in the US. You know, other mentors, by the way, you will never meet them. Maybe you only follow them through YouTube channels and you listen to their talks and all that. So work with a mentor. That's very powerful. It will help you to save a lot of time. Then read relevant books. What you read is what you become. I'm telling you, you can tell what someone has been reading the minute they open their mouth. There are books that we recommend, like the GoPro, you know. So many of them, when we started the business, we were actually giving out, GoPro is right here. And you can get a soft copy, but a hard copy, if you have, is much better because you can be able to underline and revisit and so on and so forth. There are other books like Think and Grow Rich. You know, if you want to know the best books to be reading, your upline director can guide you on that. Then attending trainings, like now what we are doing. There is no training you never attend and you leave that training the same. It will transform you in terms of your thinking pattern. And of course, practicing. We say you cannot, with confidence say now you are good in swimming by just attending swimming lessons. You have to jump into the water and you practice and you make mistakes and you correct. That's how you now can say you have gained personal development. How will people know that you have grown? It is when you go to speak in front of people and you are no longer shaking the way you were shaking at the beginning. At the beginning, you'll stand to talk to people and your brain, your mind will sit down. And you forget even your name. But as you practice, as you do it more often, you become a professional in talking, in speaking, and you can prospect anyone, right? And finally, own your business. You don't have to wait until you are a director. As a distributor, as a manager, as a senior manager, whichever the level, decide that today you want to own your business and you only consult your upline director when it's necessary. That is where we usually say tonight after this call, you text or call. Actually, a call is better. You call your upline director and you tell them, thank you so much for the support you've given me so far. But from today, bye-bye. I will only get in touch with you when I need to consult. So that they are not the ones to always, do meetings for you, do everything for you, do wonders for you. How many of us in this call, you don't have to chat, but how many of us in this call, surely you've never written an order form and sent to the company? I know we are a number. You only said the order to your upline director. Now, surely you are absconding your duty. You should be the one, or responsibility. You should be the one doing that so that you master everything. Let me wind up by telling you why you must invest in your personal development. It is for your own good, and you'll appreciate it. Now, the first huge benefit is that it motivates you and builds that self-confidence, that belief that you can do it. as you grow as a person in the way you think, on how you do things and develop new skills, you get some motivation to keep you going. Actually, that motivation now comes from inside, what we call intrinsic motivation, not from anyone else. Just because you know you can do it, you are motivated. In any case, when you know that you are growing, you get inspired and you are excited about it. In our business, it's very directly related. As you develop yourself, it comes with better performance and you are recognized in many instances, and that gives you motivation. Who doesn't want to be recognized, right? Now, number two, you advance in your skill set. In other words, you'll find yourself doing things that you never thought you would do. And we say that the greatest surprise that you'll have in life is to find yourself having done what you never thought you can do. I've seen Susan Murady in the call, and whenever she has a chance to talk in our meeting, she says that I never ever thought I can stand in front of people and talk. And today she's doing presentation. Isn't that an advancement in her skills? You see, so that is one other benefit. And then the third one is you develop a dynamic team. Remember, your team will be a reflection of who you are. So if you are growing as a leader, as a person, your team will also be the same. And you build a team of leaders, not a team of followers. And that is what we all want. And that accelerates your growth. Then you build resilience to keep going amidst challenges. It's a mark of personal development when challenges come and they don't hit you down. I put it somewhere today that in every mess there is a message. Don't let any mess to mess you up. Now that is only possible if you are growing as a person. Right, foster stronger relationships with others. You know, when you are maturing, allow me to use that word, then you realize that even the way you relate with other people is also a mature way. And then increased PV growth. Now, we've always drawn this curve or analogy, and we say, if your personal development, the development is at level 10, and your PVs are at level 1, soon the PVs will grow to that level 10 where your personal development is. But if the contrary is true, that your personal development is at level 1 and the PVs are at level 10, trust me that the PVs will come down to that level 1 where your personal development is. So don't joke around with that. And so it increases your PV growth. And finally, as we've said, it helps you to build independence. You'll never be independent in how you do your business until you are independent in your mind. And that is what we call business ownership, right? So what we are saying in conclusion is this, that we have to be deliberate. We have to be intentional. We have to purpose that from today, we want to engage in personal development, and we start owning our business so that if it has to be, it is up to us as individuals. And just to demonstrate what personal development can help you to achieve, I want to invite one of our top leaders all the way in the US, because she didn't have many options. She had to take the business personally and grow it, working on herself to develop all the characteristics that we have talked about here. But then the growth that followed that was tremendous. And it is my pleasure to welcome on stage a very excited leader, an upcoming Ruby director, anytime, highly recognized in US, and we are proud of her being a superstar. and that is none other than Josephine Marangu. Josephine, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I can hear you. Josphat.
Perfect.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Hi, superstars. I'm so excited to be here with you all. And I'm very, very excited by what our reader Josphat has taught us. I have nothing to add. But for the sake of those people who might be new here, my name is Josephine Marangu, and I'm a mother, I'm based in grandma with little people around me. And I've been in New Life for the last 3 years. And my why of joining New Life was because I wanted to improve my health. Before then, I was working as a healthcare profession where I started having a lot of allergic reactions of cleaning chemicals that really made me feel so bad and made my life very difficult financially, physically, and emotionally, because I had to leave work in 2014. But thank God for the new life that I was introduced by my own sister, Sapphire Eunice. I call her my angel because I want to be talking to you today on the topic that Josphat, our reader, super reader, has talked about. All I am going to add is about the importance of events. When I joined, let me tell you, superstars, you guys are very lucky because there in Kenya, you have readers. For me, I was only sent the link to join. We did not know anybody here in the US, but at the time, I took my products and put the kit away because I never knew I would do the business myself. I never even wanted to know about the business. Even when my sister told me about New Life, I was very skeptical and very reluctant. But because she knew the power of these products, actually she bought me the products, 3NN and Herbal Respiratory. And within a week, as I used to take Nebulis every 2 hours, that was history. Now, when I started feeling better after taking products for 1 month, I got a check of $17. And that made me realize there's some business I can do here. And that's what now I started. I went back and got my kits. I sponsored my downline here, Safa, Rachel, Maina, and Kenneth. And when I got that check, I called and I said, you know what? Just like they were saying, there is money here. So we started reading ourselves. We bought the book that Josphat has just said, then GoPro. We started reading that. We went back to our kits, started reading the compensation plan, the incentives, and getting started by ourselves. When I became a director, within 4 months, I became a director. My downline became director within 3 months. And within 6 months, both of us were Sapphire directors. When I became director, I called the office here, asking them, what does it mean? I did not know what it meant. But then I became so hungry and I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute.
All right. Of course, she told you she's a busy shosh, grandma. So let her hunt for
Yes. I'll just finish. I'll just finish, but I'll be muted. Sorry, guys. That's my life. But you can see as a business grandma, I thought I would not do a business. But I realized sacrificing 1 or 2 hours every day, I can do this business. And the key thing, that's when I started attending the trainings because they are the key. And when it comes to conventions, like the summit that is coming in October, guys, when I look at what you guys are supposed to pay to attend this convention, I feel you need everybody to be in that room, because not until you are in that room that you will know the impact on how you can do the business. Because you are in business for yourself, but not alone. You have readers there to support you, to show you how to do it, just like Josphat said. Personally here, you have to pay everything for yourself. For me to attend any Impact Summit, I have to spend almost $2,000 at every one time. But no matter what, I make sure I attend those summits, simply because I know when you get to that room, you hear from great leaders, the diamonds, and everybody, and the corporate team, and your life changes. And that is what has really made me to grow and make me to own my business. But don't let anybody call you to tell you you have not done your 100 points. Make sure that is your responsibility, because I tell my people here, if surely you are using the products, 100 points is easy for you to have. Guys, I will not be able to talk much, but I would say that let me see you all in Peace in October. Sacrifice. It takes sacrifice of money and the time in order for you to be able to grow your business. And the events make you grow the business, and it also you are able to be able to celebrate your team success and you get recognized. I felt so bad because in the last 3 years I've been in business, every year in our summit, I've always been recognized. And I know I'll not miss even a year without being recognized. You guys work from today and let's all go to be recognized in peace and bye. And thank you so much. God bless you all.
Wow, Josephine, thank you so much. Even out of your very busy schedule in the morning now in the US and taking care of your grandchildren, you got time to speak to us. Thank you so much. And we are so proud of you as our superstar in the US. Can you imagine great people? How this business is so powerful. I have never seen Josephine. I have never seen Rachel, who is the downline and the Sapphire director under Josephine. I mean, like we didn't know them before the business, but guess what? Today, we are great friends. We talk every day and we are excited to have them as our world team members in the USA. And congratulations, because both of them were recognized in North America in the top 10 world team members. And I'm so happy for you, Josephine, and I know you're becoming a Ruby director in the next few months. And I am just so, guys, I'm so challenged by what she has just told us. Because surely we are talking about these things and there are most people take it just like a passing word. Commitment to your business is very important. And what I've seen in Josephine, imagine learning by themselves, having to read the kit, they understand, they don't have anyone to hold their hands there, but they're able to succeed. That is why she's talking about being independence in the business. I can see a lot of personal development in these people. And so imagine when you personally develop yourself, you will be independent, you will do the business, and you will always take personal responsibility, 100% responsibility for your results. So I was challenged the fact that she said she spends $2,000 to go for the Impact Summit. Like over the weekend, she had to move, I think is it Las Vegas or where they were doing the Impact Summit out of their state. And she had to fly there, go sleep for 3 nights, pay for her meals, pay for her accommodation, and she spent over $2,000. That is 280,000 Kenya shillings with our rates right now in our country. 200,000 Kenya shillings. 280,000. That's a lot of money. But guess what? If you are willing to sacrifice, there is no mountain that you cannot surmount. So I want to encourage all of us going to Tanzania. We are going in October, and congratulations for those who have registered. We have already had people who have paid for the convention. I want to encourage you, sacrifice for this. And let me tell you, even God will come through for you. Even God will bless you. So I want to see all of us in Dar es Salaam in the month of October. Payments have started because accommodation is becoming a challenge. So make sure you pay. And of course, in our WhatsApp groups, we have everything. So thank you so much. God bless you guys. And we will see you on Saturday in Nairobi. For those who are up country, actually, tomorrow, of course, we have Nairobi. Our meeting at our training center. Please invite massively. 12:45, we'll be having Dr. Reverend Malusi taking us through health, and many other people over there, leaders who are really very experienced in our business. So invite. And then on Saturday, we are having all members, all New Life members at KICC. Don't miss. We have a workshop in the morning from 10 to 12 to 1. And then from 2, we are inviting guests. So yourself, come for the workshop in the morning, then your guests to come in the afternoon. Guest entry is free. Otherwise, see you on Saturday for those who are not in Nairobi.
Wonderful. And Mary Boshi, we'll resend the convention amounts and all that to the WhatsApp group. We send, but we'll resend because everyone now needs to pay so that we are not bad. We are not, we don't get late to pay. All right, now we want to get the last session, that is recognition.